Right now at 5, one of the men responsible for a violent break-in has been sentenced to prison.
And Holman High School celebrates its 10th annual Spring Fling Dance.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. A Chippewa Falls man was sentenced to 8.5 years today for his role in an armed home invasion. Elijah Johnson will serve 6.5 years in prison, followed by 2 years of extended supervision for his role in the crime. Last December, Johnson and Jeremiah Mackey allegedly broke into a house. Johnson is accused of pistol whipping 2 victims with a gun. As part of a plea deal in February, the charges of armed robbery with use of force, criminal damage to property, and theft were dropped but read in. Mackey pleaded not guilty to all charges and will have a trial in September.
La Crosse's school board will finalize language for a $53.5 million referendum on Monday. Now, the board last month approved a resolution to put a referendum on the upcoming November ballot. It asks for $53.5 million to consolidate Emerson and Spence Elementary into a new building at Hogan, which includes, of course, tearing the current Hogan building down. It also asks to approve new classrooms and a gym for State Road Elementary. Now, News 8 Now confirmed with the district that the additions at State Road would also mean Hinchin Elementary is eventually closed and that the Hinchin students would then move to State Road. The school board on Monday is expected to update their initial resolution to add a line making it clear what will happen to Hinchin if the referendum should pass.
Well, it was sunny again today.
Oh, yeah, lovely day.
Very nice, but it still was jacket weather for me at least. I went outside, short sleeves, ran back right in to get my jacket because we did have a bit of wind today.
Yeah, the wind kind of picked up like we thought it would occur, but that's not going to be a bigger story going into the weekend. We're still looking at 70-degree weather. Maybe not quite the 80s that we thought, but still very mild conditions. And once again, mild still out there right now. That's kind of where we should be, upper 50s to around 60. So both locations are in the 60s. We got up to about 64 in La Crosse. This evening, just that wind will begin to decrease. Any clouds out there will clear out. So a fantastic, really Friday evening for about almost the middle of April here as we get down to 48 at 10 p.m. for Eau Claire. Same story. Clouds kind of decrease and the winds will start to back off a little bit too. Big picture shows just those clouds that did develop this afternoon or late this morning to early this afternoon. A little bit unstable, but overall they're starting to decrease. Temperatures overall across the region 60s to the 50s depending on location right now. Timing out really. The winds will start dropping off, the skies clear out, we will drop back into the 30s as you wake up in the morning, low 30s to the north, potentially then more towards the upper 30s as we go further south, but plenty of sunshine to start tomorrow and your weekend off, which does look great for the golf, if you're into that. Of course, the Masters is going on. They're going to have great weather, but we're going to have fantastic weather too up here in the 70s, and we'll break down what goes on next week since we do have a little bit of a pattern change. It's going to get a little bit more stormy going next week.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
Almost $6 million is going to 9 technical colleges throughout Wisconsin, and Western Technical College is one of them. This $5.75 million grant is part of a program from the U.S. Department of Labor. The money will be used to standardize the advanced manufacturing programs at each of the recipient colleges. It will also allow people currently working in advanced manufacturing to turn their experience into college credits in a degree program at one of these schools.
If they already have some level of education or competencies, they can come to our programs and get credit for them, making it easier for them to graduate sooner, faster, with less expenses involved, and be a better, more well-rounded, trained individual.
Now, the money will be distributed to the 9 schools over the next 4 years.
Today, 5th and 6th graders from around the Coulee region got a taste of what college is like. UWL's annual Kids College event offers students from area gifted and talented programs a chance to experience a glimpse of college through some hands-on learning activities. Kids today learned about everything from physical therapy to art and earth science. We spoke with DeSoto's gifted and talented coordinator who explains the benefits of this program.
Kids, first of all, they get to see campus life and they get to move around the campus, which is super fun. And then the benefit is just being in a college atmosphere and getting to work with college professors and just kind of getting a taste of what classes are like here.
Today's event drew more than 200 students from 20 different school districts.
Well, it was a fun Friday morning at Holman High School. That's because the school held its 10th annual Spring Fling Dance for special education students. The event, hosted by Holman School District's Project Bridge, Project Live, and ACE Academy, invited special ed students from 14 area high schools for a morning of socializing, food, games, and lots of dancing. A teacher said the Spring Fling is an occasion a lot of the student body looks forward to making memories at every year.
I actually had some regular ed students that I know that said, I look forward to this every spring to be able to come and hang out with these guys. They have pictures from the photo booth that they have in their room from the last few years. So it's neat to see the regular ed students just look forward to hanging out with the special ed students.
Wilson says events like these connect special ed students from all over the area for just a simple day of fun.
Well, for the past week, we've introduced you to the La Crosse Symphony Orchestra's 2024 Conductor Wannabes, but we've still got one more to tell you about. Nia Schaffer is a founder of the faith-based nonprofit Chariots for Hope, which he's raising money for through his campaign. Chariots for Hope provides reliable transportation to low-income families so they can maintain self-sufficiency.
Our program works by blessing or giving a car to our participants and then following up with 6 months of programming to make sure vehicles are sustainable in terms of budgeting, vehicle maintenance, and repair.
You can vote for your favorite conductor wannabe by heading to the La Crosse Symphony Orchestra's website. Each vote costs a minimum of $2. Voting closes on April 29th. The two wannabes that raise the most money will each conduct a piece with the orchestra at their May 4th concert. Well, more than 500,000 Roku accounts have been compromised in a cyber attack. According to the streaming company, credentials used to access Roku accounts likely came from a data breach on a different site. In fewer than 400 cases, the hackers used Roku accounts to make purchases on its streaming services, but did not access sensitive financial information. The company is reversing charges and refunding all affected accounts. Roku will reach out to users affected by the hack.
This is the second security breach for the streaming service just this year. Israel is bracing for a major retaliatory attack from Iran in response to the deadly attack on the Iranian consulate in Syria. How the Biden administration is trying to avoid a widening conflict in the region right after these messages.
Hardee's Philly cheesesteak favorites are back. Handcrafted creations with sauteed peppers, onions, and melty cheese to reinvent the signature Philly classics from sunrise to supper time. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
We've all seen what's happening at our border. President Biden and Senator Baldwin's open border policy has brought more than 10 million illegal immigrants into our country. That's double the population of Wisconsin. Our country was already struggling to provide housing and health care to our citizens. And tragically, we're losing over 100,000 Americans a year to the drugs that pour over our open border. Their policy is wrong. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message, and I'll work to fix this problem.
It's time. Time to get out and rediscover Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. Grab your friends and play for the day, or 2, or 3. It's time for you to win, laugh, and enjoy. Over 650 slot machines, tables, bingo, great rewards, delicious food. Ho-Chunk Gaming, just what you need. Get out again and experience the difference at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls.
Spring has sprung, the grass has riz. I wonder where the furniture is. At King Furniture, of course.
During our spring clearance event, save an additional 10% off our already low prices. Plus, take advantage of 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, dining rooms, and more. With our huge selection of in-stock furniture, low price guarantee, and free delivery, why shop anywhere else?
It's the King Furniture Spring Clearance Sale.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Iran has vowed revenge for a strike on its consulate in Syria, which it says was carried out by Israel with permission from the U.S. That revenge could come now at any moment.
Erica Brown has more details from Washington, D.C.
Israelis are bracing for an attack from Iran, which U.S. officials tell CBS News is imminent.
I think this is a very dangerous time, not only for the region, but for the world.
A U.S. official tells CBS News Iran's Revolutionary Guard has completed preparations of drones and missiles to launch into Israel. And more than 150 cruise missiles are ready to go, and that number has gone up in the past couple of days to make sure some get through Israeli defenses. The impending attack is in retaliation for a deadly airstrike on the Iranian consulate in Syria that Iran blames on Israel.
Tensions are at extreme high right now. The move to strike the embassy annex of the Iranians was an extremely provocative move.
Iran also blames America for the attack on the consulate, something the U.S. denies. But President Biden has made clear the U.S. stands ready to support Israel if they're attacked.
We are devoted to the defense of Israel. We will support Israel. We will help defend Israel, and Iran will not succeed.
Sources tell CBS News Iran has also increased shipments of weapons to proxies throughout the region, putting a potential target on U.S. forces. A strike on American soldiers would force the U.S. to respond.
I am really concerned about that small skirmishes here and there could lead to an open war.
Attacks on U.S. forces in the Middle East have been on the rise since the Israel-Hamas war began in October. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General C.Q. Brown, says that the U.S. and Israel are working together to not only prepare for a potential strike, but to try to find a way to avoid escalating tensions throughout the region.
Researchers in Oregon are training a robot for planetary exploration.
A sneak peek at the robot and its out-of-the-world mission.
Yeah, we have a fantastic weekend coming up with 70s, but then we have some storms coming next week that does pose some maybe strong or severe depending on how things play out. I'll kind of time out this weekend and then show you what I'm talking about with those storms next week. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
There's no comfort like the comfort found in a Stressless, and now is the perfect time to get spring savings on the complete line of Stressless furniture, available only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll get $200 off all Stressless recliners, power recliners, and office chairs. Plus, receive $200 off per seat on sofa and sectional groups. That's a savings of $600 on a sofa. Just imagine the savings on your dream sectional. Stressless furniture designed with the most innovative comfort technologies. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Hi folks, Harvey Wood of Wood Sales and Service here. It all started with steel chainsaws 55 years ago. Wood Sales is now one of the largest family-owned and operated outdoor power equipment dealers in the Coulee region. We feature a large selection of products and services. Find Steel, Cub Cadet, Altos, Rambo e-bikes, Coyote tractors and implements, Valley forestry equipment, Central wood boilers, Green Mountain pellet grills. Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls. Family-owned and operated for 55 years. WoodSalesService.com.
A lot has changed since the Overhead Door Company installed its first door in 1921. One thing that hasn't, our commitment to quality. We set the standard a century ago with the first motorized garage door, and we have not stopped innovating since. Today, you can build your dream door with the DoorView app, and with the OHD Anywhere app, you can control your new door from anywhere. So next time you need a repair or replacement for your garage door, look for the red ribbon and trust 100 years of experience Overhead Door Company.
Quality time with Taco John's. You never forget the big moments. Like the moment when you devour your very first slice of Taco John's one-of-a-kind new taco pizza. Or your very second slice. Or your eighth. With 7 layers of beefy, cheesy, fiesta saucy taco toppings atop a crispy oven-baked crust, this might even be the most momentous, meaningful experience of your life. That or your wedding or whatever, both are pretty life-changing. New Taco Pizza is here for a limited time, only at Taco John's.
There's been more than a few changes over the years. But if there's one thing that hasn't changed, it's our commitment. 70 years and counting. Thanks for watching.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A robotic dog is undergoing rigorous training on Oregon's Mount Hood for a mission that's out of this world.
The robot named Spirit has been testing out its 4 legs in the rugged terrain about 50 miles east of Portland, learning how to walk on rocky surfaces and soft ground.
Scientists hope their research will help prepare other robotic dogs for future missions on the moon and other planets in our solar system.
With every step that the dog robot takes, it's able to sense mechanical resistance with its leg, kind of similar to the way that when we walk on uneven surfaces as humans. And what's very cool is that scientists are interested in that data because it tells us things about how planetary surface formed and how it moves and how it might move in the future.
The research is part of the LASSI project, which stands for Legged Autonomous Surface Science in Analog Environments.
The team is comprised of experts from NASA as well as 5 universities, including USC, Texas A&M, and Oregon State University. Lots of fun. You don't even have to take him out for a walk and clean up his poop.
Low maintenance. I think the costs associated with the construction probably out of this world as well. Well, in the meantime, we are in store for a wonderful weekend in the region. Let's get the breakdown from Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
Yeah, we definitely have a great weekend in store, too. Big picture shows that low that provided the cloud cover. The system that provided a little bit of rain yesterday is pushing off to the east. The jet to the west is pushing all the way up to Canada, which means really warm air is beginning to build out west. And eventually we're going to see a lot of that come our way until we see a storm system really bring the rain back in probably late Monday night. But overall, that's the picture right now that we're looking at. So this weekend looks mostly dry 70s. It looked like maybe 80s earlier this week, but that looks like that probably won't happen. Warmer kind of Monday. That may actually end up being the warmer of the 3 days. The storm maybe, but I think this is more probably for Monday night. Monday night, definitely into Tuesday. Severe strong, still yet to be determined, but it's going to get fairly close to the area depending on the track of the low. Really, as we look at this weekend, it kind of breaks it down in 2 days. There's some differences in it, but temperatures look fairly similar. The only difference between the 2 days is we got a little bit of a cold front coming through early Sunday morning, and although the temperatures will be more mild as you wake up Sunday morning, that north wind will keep them from climbing too much into the 70s, but all in all, not much of a difference. That north wind will be the thing you'll see on Sunday. Tomorrow we'll have more of a southerly wind in the afternoon, about 10 to 15, so that's really the difference you're going to see between the 2 days with some cloud cover too. So all in all, really not that bad for what? For tonight, really clearing skies. We get back down about the upper 30s in certain areas, maybe mid-30s up further north. Light winds. The winds will start off light tomorrow. Plenty of sun. There's that cloud cover that begins to come into some of the areas, that system that'll be approaching. It's going to really take a track that's going to be far northeast of us, but it will provide that. And the winds will pick up out of the south in the afternoon, 10 to 15. Notice the temperatures, 60s by noon, 70s likely by afternoon. Saturday evening looks fine. A few clouds coming through. The winds about 10 to 15. Other than the cloud cover, that's really about it. The front that comes through, it's about in the morning. You can see that wind shift from there to the dark blue colors right there, and that's this front that's coming through. Dry front, but with that north wind going on Sunday, that's why the temperatures won't climb as high as what we could be getting, because we're going to start off in the 40s near 50, but with that north wind, that'll keep the temperatures probably in the 70s to maybe upper 60s to the north. So still not that bad, but probably not an 80-degree day like we were hoping for earlier this week. The storm system, once it gets out to the plains, that's going to lift north, so ahead of it, excuse me, we're going to have that south wind begin to pull up Monday. So Monday should be dry. Even Monday night for at least the first half looks dry. Then the warm front pushes north. That's when the showers and thunderstorms come in play. As the low tracks further northeast, we're going to see rounds of showers and thunderstorms depending how it plays out, that's when we could see some severe weather. We'll have to, excuse me, my throat's getting like Emily's now here. Overall, we're going to see that begin to lift north, and the wet weather is going to continue probably through Wednesday as this kind of rotates around the area. So the big picture with the severe weather is pretty much we're looking at really guaranteed severe weather down to the plains on Monday. Then as it lifts north, it just depends on cloud cover, temperature, how this plays out, but there is potential to the south of us to have some strong to severe weather thunderstorms come Tuesday. And then the rainfall, we do have an opportunity for some significant rainfall depending on how that plays out. 1 to 2 inches, not out of the question with this system. It's going to linger quite a bit through the week. But for tonight, we're not seeing any of that. Through the weekend, too, it all looks good. Temperatures getting back down to the 30s tonight. Then as we go through tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures getting back up into the 70s with that south wind in the afternoon picking up. And then as we go to the 8-day forecast, similar temperature on Sunday, just a different wind direction. Dry Monday, and then the storms come in late Monday night. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, that looks pretty much stormy, rain. And then towards the end of next week, we actually go back below average. We might not get above 50 towards the end of next week. So enjoy this stretch right now.
I'm so excited about this, guys. Aren't you?
Yeah. I feel like I'm the only one whose voice is still intact.
Yeah, you're so good.
Not going to say anything.
Well, the ancient city of Pompeii is still revealing its secrets.
After the break, we'll take a look at some new frescoes discovered by archaeologists.
Monday on News 8 Now this morning, a life-changing 12-week course exploring the spiritual side of trauma. We'll see you at 6 a.m. for insights on finding hope and healing.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Get ready for the Spring Gift and Craft Show at the Onalaska Omni Center. Shop more than 100 of the best gift and craft vendors on April 13th and 14th. Entry is free, but we are accepting non-perishable food donations. Don't miss the Spring Gift and Craft Show.
Does your pet show signs of an irritated mouth like bad breath or abnormal chewing habits? The most common emergency that Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics sees is a painful tooth that owners are seldom aware of. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics in Holmen today to schedule a free dental exam. 608-526-2200 because nobody likes a sore tooth.
It's our lowest prices of the season at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, shop unbeatable deals on the things you need for spring. Like 36-pound bags of Estate Starter with Lawn Fertilizer, just $29.99. 40-pound bags of Estate Sun to Shade Lawn Seed Mix, $109.99. Rewards members save an extra $10. And stock up on 50-pound bags of Diamond Crystal Solar Naturals Salt Crystals, just $5.99. Don't miss our lowest prices of the season in-store or online at farmandfleet.com.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you or give us a call and ask us about our Earth Day promo.
Get ready for the Spring Gift and Craft Show at the Onalaska Omni Center. Shop more than 100 of the best gift and craft vendors on April 13th and 14th. Entry is free, but we are accepting non-perishable food donations. Don't miss the Spring Gift and Craft Show.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
A striking series of new paintings has been uncovered in the ancient Italian city of Pompeii, where archaeologists have been digging for centuries.
Tina Kraus shows us their latest and greatest finds.
This is the most beautiful one I've ever seen.
Archaeologists are unveiling stunning new artwork from Pompeii, the famous Roman city frozen in time when the mighty volcano Vesuvius erupted nearly 2,000 years ago, destroying the metropolis and burying endless secrets.
Why were the walls black? This room probably was used after sunset.
In their latest dig, the biggest in a generation, experts discovered a luxurious house with rare floor-to-ceiling frescoes, some still covered in ash. In this long-lost dining room, small, intricate images of mythical Greek figures are visible, including Helen of Troy and Paris, whose romance sparked the Trojan War. Historical scenes are depicted on black walls that would have been lit by oil lamps back in 79 AD.
And then you have the light, the shimmering light of the lamps, and the paintings almost coming to life.
Workers also dug up a bakery and uncovered clues about the politician who owned it.
And we know him to be Aulus Rustius Verus.
Experts say he doled out cheap bread to Romans in exchange for their votes.
This is his enterprise, but he's not going to be living here. This is far too a sort of impoverished little place for a grand politician.
And while these piles of stones and old working tools may not look like much, archaeologists say they're shedding light on construction techniques Romans used to build iconic buildings like Rome's famous Colosseum. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
More than a third of Pompeii is still unexplored by archaeologists.
Yeah, happening in 79 AD, and it was all buried. We're probably going to be finding much more in the coming years.
Oh, absolutely. And it'll continue to be an area of interest for years to
Yeah,
come.
for sure. Okay, we'll have another look at tonight's forecast after the break.
At Ashley Spring Semi-Annual Sale, you can spring into savings with Hot Buy $7.99 and under. Plus, shop our Spring Sofa Sale with 0% interest until April 2029 on in-store purchases. Hurry in and meet the all-new Ashley today.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
The Da Capo Concert Band will be performing on Saturday, April 13th at the Black River Beach Neighborhood Center. Enjoy great band music by John Williams, Aaron Copland, Rimsky-Korsakov, and more. Enjoy an evening of jazz at the Onalaska Jazz Festival, April 13th at the Stony Creek Hotel and Conference Center. All proceeds benefit the Onalaska High School Band Boosters.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order.
Scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the Board Store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the Board Store Home Improvements.
Meet the all-new Ashley. Discover new styles in remodeled stores, offering everything you need to create inspired spaces. From our store to your door. The new Ashley. It's the love of home.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com.
All right, tonight, clear skies. It'll be a little cooler than we've had in the previous nights in the 30s, but overall lighter winds. And then as we start off the weekend, should be fantastic weather too. Maybe a little breezy in the afternoon for Saturday. Wind turns around to the north on Sunday, but the temperature is pretty much the same. And then Monday still looks good. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday a different story.
Hopefully everyone's allergies aren't out of whack like all of ours over here.
Stay the course, everybody. We'll see you at 6.